All right, so this chapter is called History of Hate. So this is going to kind of attempt to, at least timeline-wise, show kind of how this hatred of the Jews developed. Not saying it's rational. That is not the case. All right, so let's see. Number 1. The Jews were descended from the Hebrews of the New Testament. Jewish settlers descended from the ancient Hebrews of the Old Testament Bible, first arrived in present-day Germany during the time of the Roman Empire. For hundreds of years, Jews enjoyed success and were accepted in their communities. Then, as Christianity took hold and became the main religion in Europe, the lives and circumstances of the Jews changed. So number 1 is false. The Jews don't really acknowledge the New Testament. They don't believe that Jesus was the Son of God. They do believe he was a prophet, but they're in a sense still kind of waiting for the Son of God to essentially arrive. All right. Jews were accused of being Christ killers. So here we've got this lovely anti-Semitic sign. Jews killed the Lord Jesus. Lovely. A few lines in the New Testament Bible implicated the Jews as being responsible for the death of Jesus of Nazareth, and so anti-Semitism began to take root. Accused of being Christ killers, it was not uncommon for Jews to suffer at the hands of people who disliked and distrusted them. For example, when the Crusades began in 1096, participants were so excited about rescuing the Holy Land from the Muslims, they could hardly wait to begin their battles. Along their route to the Middle East, Christian crusaders violently attacked Jewish settlements, killing many people and destroying their homes and shops. So true for number 2. Jews were blamed for the plague. Through the Middle Ages and beyond, Jews were blamed for a wide array of problems. Since Jewish merchants and bankers loaned money to people for various purposes, a practice forbidden to Christians of the day, Jews were accused of being greedy and dishonest. So this is kind of a big thing, actually, is if you look at any kind of, a lot of the anti-Semitism stuff, if there are, cartoons, caricatures of them, they're kind of perceived as greedy, but essentially they took on a job that the Christians couldn't do at the time because the Bible essentially said that this loaning of money was not okay. Don't ask me where it is. But that's essentially like part of it. So that's where that started. Yeah. Since many Jewish citizens were well educated in a time of mass illiteracy, Jews were seen as different. When the plague raged through Europe, many people blamed the Jews for the disease, though the plague was actually spread by fleas that should be rats, that thrived in the filth of the era. During this difficult period, many Jews were forced from their lands, first in Italy and then in Central Europe. So yes, they were blamed for the plague, so that is true. Jews had to wear a swastika in public. Between the 1500s and the 1700s, Jews in Central European cities were forced to wear special badges on their clothing, generally yellow six-sided Stars of David, the symbol of Judaism. However, in the 1800s, the situation gradually improved and the Jews were once more allowed freedom and participation in society. German Jews even served Kaiser Wilhelm in the First World War. Perhaps they hoped life would at last be different. Yeah, so this was the guy, Kaiser is kind of like the president, essentially, in Germany. So this wearing Stars of David thing came before World War II, then stopped, and then started again. So 4 is false. It is not the swastika. It is the Star of David. In the chart, a red triangle meant blank inmate. So we've got, all right, so we've got the chart that's here. Form and color of markings. This is in the concentration camps pretty much, where they kind of, the idea in a sense was to form the Star of David, so these are pieces of it in a sense. So on their little pajama outfit things, they put on the stars if they were a little bit different. If it's just like quote unquote regular Jew, it'll just be yellow. But let's see. So a red triangle, so just red triangle, that's right here, means it is a political. So they're in there not just Jew, but they're like a political opponent. They're in there not just, they're in there for their politics, basically. It might also not be that they were Jewish. They might just be political opponents. In the chart, a triangle with a P in it meant, come back up here, down here. That means they are a pole and not in the metal long flag bearing pole. They mean Polish. In the chart, a combination of a light pink and yellow star meant, I guess this, is that light pink and yellow? Yeah, because otherwise. That is the homosexuals. Again, not cool with the, I think, right? What's the other one? Okay, yeah. So this is one of the blatant not happenings. They were like, absolutely not. They wanted people to breed little Aryan race babies. So yeah. So you've got political habitual criminals, immigrants, so that's people moving into Germany, Jehovah's Witnesses, that's a religion, homosexuals, and vagrants. So basic colors, then this is markings for repeaters. So if they repeatedly had political problems, if they were repeatedly, I don't know, robbing inmates of penal battalions. So I don't know if these are the ones that are captured or if they're actually the people who fought in battalions. Anyway, so they add the circle. Here's markings for Jews. So it's, they have this, so this is, they're not Jewish. All right. they're just whatever. They're just political enemies or whatever. This is political enemy and Jewish. Special markings, race defiler, male, race defiler, female. That is when they marry or have a boyfriend, girlfriend, that are, Jewish or I guess, regular German that's with somebody who's Jewish. Escape suspect, the number, of course, everybody was numbered. A lot of them had tattoos on their arms. So Polish, Czechoslovakian, if they were a member of the armed forces, so if they were military and no longer are, and special inmate could be, anything. So that's kind of the labels. Anti-Semitism in Germany. The following were laws in Nazi Germany. I don't think we have any more questions on here, right? No. All right. All Jews were excluded from working for the government. The number of Jewish students was restricted at schools and universities. Jews were deprived of German citizenship. Jewish actors were forbidden to work on the stage or screen, so you can't be a Jewish actor, pretty much. Accountants, doctors, and lawyers were prohibited from practicing their trades, so you couldn't be an accountant, a doctor, or a lawyer if you were Jewish. Jews were no longer allowed to practice kosher slaughtering procedures. So this is specific to how, like, a cow was slaughtered or whatever in a way that is religiously proper. I think you can look into this more detailed. Marriage between Jews and non-Jews was prohibited. Jews were not allowed to employ German females under the age of 45 for domestic work. So, no maids, basically, that were under the age of 45. Jews were forbidden to display the flag or national colors of the German government. So they could not, I don't know why they'd want to raise the Nazi flag, but they couldn't. Jews were required to register all property with the government. All Jewish passports were required to be marked with a large J. Wearing the yellow Star of David was required in public, so you could get in trouble for not wearing it. All right, so that is this chapter.